You know, we're all familiar with the old sitcoms, from the 60s and 70s, before that, and even after that, more modern times, where you have mistaken identities, people hearing something that was not quite right. And what was missing each time, of course, is context. And everybody laughed when you found out that the girl was talking about her wart, and everybody thought she was talking about her pregnancy and getting rid of it. Boy, that was great humor. But this kind of humor goes back to, Babylonian times, really, 2500 BC. And the flip side of it is much darker today. I've had quoted back to me by ignorant, mean-spirited, nasty trolls things I said toward the end of the transcript, which they got from the brief that the Commonwealth wrote. And of course, you write a brief, which is a legal argument, and you put your spin on it. We did when we wrote a defense one, they did as a prosecution. They left stuff out. Nobody ever asks the part about 2 weeks before, where I kept saying, I'm not interested. We've got to get you help. I'm not interested in a young person. What are you even doing on here? I thought everybody needed a credit card like I did. Or the fact that the cop tried to trick me by impersonating a real person. Or the fact that when I had that underage account, which I then learned later was underage because it didn't come on as underage, it came on as an adult, and I had it suspended, nobody brought that up either, even though that's in the record, the court record. The ones that they ignore because it's not convenient when Trollland starts huffing and puffing about it. The context toward the end was I thought I had somebody who was trafficked, and I was doing what counselors will do, which is to align with the person. They're getting upset, they're getting excited, and it's potentially dangerous. And so the big splashy headline was, oh, we could both get in trouble. I absolutely said those words, but it had nothing to do with how they framed it, which is, oh, we're going to do something naughty together and we could both get in trouble. One of the ways that you know that is that there's no sex talk anywhere along the way. There is protective talk, and at times there's me being frustrated early on and wanting to back off, which I did 22 times, but they never mentioned that either. So again, folks, when you hear things quoted, just like when you see snippets of things, or when you see a news article talking only about what supposed perverts and pervs, predators, etc. say, ask yourself about the rest of the story. Ask yourself, what context do they want me to frame this, and what's the actual context and truth about it?